up, Lifetime Sense LTSs? Man, oh man, guys. I had this feeling of, I don't know how many times to get on here, but it's been a roller coaster, man. And I mean, this battle is man. I could tell you, uh, you gonna be strong, and life gonna try to test you if you really think you're strong. Let me get into it like this. Last time I talked to you guys, I lost my mother. One of the hardest things ever. Little did I know things were gonna continue to keep testing my faith, my emotions, my discipline, my mental health, everything. It would continue to take a lot of close people with me. I'm not talking about distant family. I feel that too. I'm not talking about people you talk every once in a while. I'm not talking about somebody who you might know that somebody else is close. I'm talking about on the battle line, my top people. Right? But yeah, getting into it. When I lost my mom, you know, my friend Jason, he was a big inspiration of me getting back on here to make these videos. Anybody who still follows me on this, thank you first of all. And I've always done this because I'm very passionate about helping people. I was raised by two wonderful people, Oliver Miller and Claudia Miller, and this the way they operated. I was just it's an honor to be around them. As a kid, you don't understand that, but when you get older and you see the world for what you see, you get to make a decision um, of what you want to do. I look at it like a red pill, blue pill, matrix type situation. I look at the blue pill is like what your parents taught you. You saying, okay, I kind of feel that. You might tweak it, but you're still in that program where you feel like I may not think of like everything they did, but I like it enough that I like this this structure that they built it on. So you still build it with that same structure, but then you might add a couple buildings or might add a couple offices if you were looking at it that way, or whatever you want to call it, names. But you still like the structure of it. The red pill thing would be like, okay, I'm not down with that, and I understand what they was doing, and I just ain't down with it at all. So now I'm gonna go my own way, and I'm gonna figure out, a different solution and change. I look at that like you basically starting your own island. You might be a part of that family, but you have a whole nother way that you go. But let's not make that too complicated. But I look at it like with my grandparents, what they done for me and what I've learned, and how I seen they help people. It rubbed off on me a lot. Now, a lot of that sometimes can be also things that can bring you down, because people will take advantage of your. And I look at it like, man, I don't really care to be liked no more. I like to be respected. I only will accept being respected, or I'm just gonna move. I'm not gonna mess with somebody who disrespect me, and that's period. So, but I already babble on about that. But let's get to telling you guys what has been going on, because it's been hard. So I'm gonna talk about this the best way I can. My friend Jason, my best friend, my brother. We didn't start out like that. We like he had really. When my mom, she helped me stay positive about going through divorce. So did this guy. My mom for the big part, because I could just always you don't feel comfortable opening up to everybody. So my mom was my ace. I could go to my mom about everything. She could be real with me. She can get on me. I loved it. But I don't have that anymore. So that hurt. So when she left, Big Bro was always there for me and looking out for me, and knowing when I don't want to talk about it, he knew me. I couldn't lie. It's like he'd be like, "What's going on, bro? I know. Let's talk about it." 3 in the morning to 3 p.m. It don't matter. I love that about him. So he was out of all my friends that I've had some very good friends, more like brothers. And some of them didn't come because of their own reasons, and Some might have been busy with work, or it still hurt, but you know, they still my brothers. I still love them, but it hurt. But my mom was a huge one, cause yeah. So, um, but there's no hate, there's no beef there. It's just in that segment when I take my mind back to it, I can't take the pain of not being able to, you know, look to your right or look to the back and, you know, got some of your homies. I mean, what are homies for, you know? But um, yeah, I'm not gonna get to that too much because I'm not here to spread any disappointment towards anybody or hate towards anybody. So with that being said, Big Bro was there. He came with my family when we had the party. He actually met my cousin Desiree, who was a very, 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 very energetic, and when my cousin, who is like my sister, my grandparents raised us. You know, she was awesome, and why I say was because then I would figure out that she would pass away next. During that time, the day before that, I had something happen in my car where I was getting my kids pizza and I got hit. I got hit. Like it messed up my car. It totaled it. Now, then I got to get a new car. So I'm like, whatever. You know, things could be worse because I lost my mom. Little did I know, I was one of those days just sleeping. I just so tired. I wake up. And my sister's like, you don't want to sit down for this, but I just got up. So I'm like, what happened? And not to mention, my sister almost died. My baby sister almost died before that because she got into a collision where her friend was driving, and then she was drunk, and then her friend ended up flipping this rental car. And when I get time, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna put a picture in the video and show you this car. It just puts chills in my. So I thought I almost lost my baby sister before that. Then I lost my car that I just paid off that week. Still staying positive. As I said, she says, you want to sit down for this? Talk to my brother. I talked to her. I talked to my sister, and they say Desiree died in the hotel. Couldn't wake up. Throwing up and choked on it, something like that. Man, that hit, man. Because the thing about me and Desiree, I don't even have enough time to go through our full story, but just know we come from the roots of our grandparents. When our moms, my grandparents let our moms do them to the best ability, get their jobs, get right when they had us young, and we were like brother and sister. There's no people didn't even know we were cousins. They thought we were brother and sisters, and we are, but we, by standards, would be cousins. When my cousin died, man, like, fuck, man, it's like, man, that was rough. And she was so cool when my boy Jay met her. They was playing cards. He like fat right in the family. I'm looking at it like, man, I knew Jay for a little while, but I knew Jay. I like knew of Jay. We was around my best friend, which is like my little brother, was his cousin, was his big cousin. But we didn't know 2 years later that we would meet each other in the most way. When I was going through my divorce, like I told you, I'd come over to his crib, I'll talk to him, and we would just be honest with each other, and he would go through his things, and it was just somebody who I keep bringing bro up because he was so like through these 2 deaths and through all those problems there for me. Like he moved in with me, he was living with me during those times, lived for me about 2 years. He actually had, it was a year, and he had to did a little time because, you know, he had a ticket that he missed or something like that, and then he ended up having to stay in there, and it was hard to get out with the corona and all that stuff. But even when bro came back, I was there waiting for him because I was like, before the story with me and him was he went off and he got into his financial problems. He had to stay in his car. You know, I didn't even know him like that. But I remember when I was going through my divorce, and I'll never forget because bro always kept a good job and did his things, and always kept money in his pocket. So with that being said, when I needed something, I didn't end up taking it, but he offered it. I remember he was like, man, if you need $600 until you get back on your feet, I got you. That meant the world to me. I never forgot about that. So when it was time and he needed something, I was like, bro, I ain't about to let you stay out here by yourself. Come on, man, you gonna stay with me. I took him in and the rest is history. And then after that, he did what he had to do, came back, got on his feet, got his own place, and I'll get back into that. But remember, my cousin connected very well. You know, they were two strong people. My cousin was funny. My cousin went through a lot of pain, though. So my cousin would act out sometimes. I mean, my cousin was a young mom. She got, when I went to college, she stayed and really had to deal with a lot of the life things that I wouldn't have to see until later in life, because I was in college and chasing football. And when we lost our grandma, I was able to take a tactic to keep moving and keep playing sports and doing this and that and going out with my friends. So I really didn't have to deal with it head on like I do with all this right now. So not my grandma, that stuff rocked my world too, but it rocked my world around people that pretty much, you know, were always there with me. Even if it wasn't there for me, I was with them. I was able to keep my mind off it. So when I had to deal with it on another level, it wasn't as hard. And it also wasn't bam, 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 just like that. So when my cousin passed away, man, it's even hard to talk about it. It just rocked me, man. It's just still hard. My family hadn't even lost too many people at that time. My family, we are strong. We love each other. We got knuckleheads, and we got some great people in our family, man. But we are strong. We figure it out. But this one got us all still on our heels. It's like the Mortal Kombat. Like, they trying to finish us, man. They trying to finish us. And I know I've been giving and I've been looking. I take it head on. I was like the first one from our little island of our Millers that I was like my grandpa's first son, you know? My grandpa had a son before me. He died from SIDS, and then after that, I was the next one born through my mom. I'm the oldest grandchild. So I always took the responsibility of them being my little brothers and sisters, and like my aunties, I was like they brother. Even like my mom's, when she was young, she had me, so a lot of things my grandma took off her plate. So when Cuz died, it's hard, it's weird calling, sometimes hard to call her sister, because it's like, it really is different. I got Cuz I call because this always call my Desiree my sister. Everybody thought she was my sister. Because we grew up, every day seeing me, they seen her when I used to live back home. So when she passed, I'm like, not another one. Car's messed up. It's pretty much, I got to get a new car. You know, financials is getting rough because I'm mentally, I'm taking time off, and it's just so much. And then like a little after that, I started trying to get out, and try to get away. I try to do different things to get my mind right. I get a call from my best friend Delay, which is Jason's cousin, and he tells me they trying to resuscitate Jay. What? Nah, not again. What did I do? What is going on? Why is this the chapter right now? I'm 33 fucking years old, and I'm gotta go through all these. Why? I'm this time talking to God. I'm talking to the world. I'm like, I love my family. Don't get it twisted. I just couldn't be a fool and stay with the situation that wasn't working. And I always stay away from going into super details about that, but I will use that in later videos that I make to let you know what to watch out for, what you should have yourself checked up for. You can't just be one person. But I don't do the play around, I just wanna, cause I love something so much and it ain't working, we can't continue to be a fool. So I'm like, God, come on, man. Like, you really, my family, it felt like death. My mama got me to feel like I could get out of this. And then you take her, you take my cousin, we cried over the phone. She went through so much mental health. She was getting there. And I was gonna do everything in her power. I couldn't make her do anything. I couldn't make her happy. I hated hearing her cry. She was so hurt was still hurt as just as much as my grandma that my mom just pushed her over the edge. And it was just a domino effect from there. But bro was there with me through all that. And they take him. So at this point, I'm like, fuck life. I really was. Excuse my language, man, but I ain't here. And yes, I be wanting to have kids and everything, but this is the real. And I just try not to fall into things I've seen happen to other people. I really try to stay away from drinking. I started smoking. I'm not cigarettes, nothing, but smoking weed just for PTSD. I'm smoking. I ain't even care who see me. I'm just trying to feel not this every day. Trying to go around people who don't know, go to work and they like, oh yeah, it don't matter. Life still is here. It ain't going nowhere. It don't care. That's why it's good to have people who do care. But then you have things that play with you somewhat. Sometimes you do figure out people don't care as much. So when you take people who do care, it hurts. So then you feel alone. In my garage now, you feel like this. Listen for that. Just feel like that. I keep all my crosses, and there's one missing on here, and I gotta put it on here. But these are to my, and I don't know where my other one is. It's back here somewhere. But these 3 crosses pretty much are people who these are my souls, man. My mama, Jay, and then my cousin Desiree, my sister's cousin Desiree. I can't make this crap up because I can't make it up. Ladies, fellas, people, I can't make it up, man. After that, losing bro, and I'll have to go into details of every individual because I don't have enough time to. This is already about to be 20 minutes. I'm enough time to go into everybody, but I'm gonna wrap it up about that time because I know people's attention span is not always good. That's why I have try to be efficient on how I send these messages out. Guys, we all got different things, different situations, relationships, financial. We got to keep fighting. They're gonna keep trying to if you strong, life gonna try to punk you out. It's gonna do whatever to you or people around you. But you got to, just like a bully, you got to keep standing up to it, man. Last but not least, my uncle. And the reason why I don't even have this stuff happened so rapid. This just happened almost, man. My uncle dies, and he's been fighting for a long time. He had heart failure. He's been fighting since I was in high school, and like he retired, saying like, I don't want to see you guys see me in pain no more. So I beat this so many times, and that gives me a warm feeling. That's about the one to get my uncle fought his butt off, and I love him for that. And he died right before my cousin. Me and my cousin Tyrese is riding to see my cousin graduate. He wanted to see her graduate. I think he was so anxious to do that. Right before she about to graduate, he passes. Oh. At this point, you feeling numb. You feeling numb. You starting to not want to care. You starting to see, okay, I see how they got there. Okay. You really want to mess with it? Is this real? Is this place cardboard? Is this constructed to happen to me? But you're gonna cry, you're gonna yell, you're gonna want to blame, You're going to want to die sometimes. But don't keep not fighting. I'm fighting with you. I'm fighting with you. I got a new job that's amazing. My mama would be kissed, man. I'm telling you. But when money and that stuff don't matter, you got to get your mental right, man, because you're going to make decisions. You will hurt people. You can fall into a pit of using medications to make you feel. All these things is people who get that test and don't be the one that fail. You can get shit wrong. Don't fail, though. Until you still hear your heartbeat, until that air is coming out. Keep breathing for those that are gone. Keep beating your chest for those that are gone. Keep believing. And pray for me and pray for my family, man. I'm praying for y'all. Because I don't know, but I think positive every day. And I really don't want to do too much crying on here and stuff like this, but just know it ain't about that right now. I just wanted to put this out for family, for friends, for I don't care if no aliens watch. I'm talking about people, you going through it, whatever is going through it, keep fighting, man. I said this before. I say it in my videos all the time. And I'll always do this with passion. This is my passion. I was blessed to be raised by great people. The ones that didn't raise me, they missed out. And I love them too. But we gonna keep going, man. And as I said, I got big opportunity coming up that is gonna hopefully be able to get me closer to making my legacy be left when I'm gone. For my kids to be great. My kids to have an opportunity to be great, because all we doing right now is we're trying to structure the things around our kids to grow, and then they get to make the decisions I had to make and you had to make. So it's hard, man. We gonna get it. We gonna get it, people. When you feel like you want to die and stuff like that, man, I encourage you to listen to some music, go for some walks. Try to stay away from things that are going to take the pain away, because you will keep clinging to them and they become a crunch. We ain't perfect. I'm not perfect. No one is perfect, but be the best perfect you can be in your world, and still don't stop striving. Keep going until they say the match is over. And then when you look at, when they raise your hand in life, it's lifetime success. They raise it and they say by decision, you did what you did, and you look back at your life and you look at life down like it's an opponent, and you say you did it. If the bell ring early, you do what you can. You don't know when it's gonna ring, when it's gonna end, it's gonna end. All right, yeah, all right. I have so much that I have in my mind that I want to say. Want to leave it for the next video. Don't forget to live. You know my L's, man. But we ain't taking L's, but we learning from the L's. You understand what I just said? Don't forget to live, man. Don't forget to learn. Those are my 2 L's that you're going to learn from. And then you're going to learn from the other L's and taking them. And when you do it, you're going to grow. We're still in here. And let me tell you guys, forget all the other stuff, but still try to get your butt to the gym. Let me explain something. When you can't get in the gym mentally, or you can't get in the gym physically, still in your mind workout. Still do your mind exercises. Still do those. Because I'm gonna be real, I've been to the gym off here and there, but I always never planned. The gym was never gonna be something that made or break me. It's just something that can mold me even better. It's another ingredients. So that's why I teach you guys to get right in when you in your daily life, because you may not physically or mentally get messed up and can't get to the gym. The gym is not everything. Money is not everything. But those things can catapult you to getting the things that you want. Don't get it twisted. So you're gonna want to incorporate them if you really want to be great. Something, stay healthy. Get your finances right. We all trying to get them right. I done this shit right here. Stuff I done been through, that made me go broke just for trying to just stay out the house. Just to feel like, just to not feel the pain. That's still a drug. You gotta face it head on. Let me get out of here, man, because I don't want to make this into a 30-minute movie. You know, I really want to let people hear me, and I want to help those that want to be helped. And like I always say, you gonna help me, we gonna learn from each other. Like I say, I remember I had the 300. It's a new car. I'm not really big into the finance. I mean, like the jewelry and all that. I love my jewelry, but I mean, it's like I don't. These things I do have never been because I'm like, oh, I gotta get these people to like me and all this stuff, or I gotta be the best. But I like to dress how I like to feel, and if it's in the budget or you can do it, you gotta enjoy your life. Just don't do too much. Just know those things don't make you, and they will not bring happiness. But if you're happy, they can make you happier. But if you're sad, don't mean they're gonna do crap. So this is the new car. I'll go do that one day. I just want to say, guys, from the car statement I said, I just can't wait to catch back up with you guys. I love y'all. Once again, don't forget to live, learn, grow. I'm gonna put this on my Facebook. I'm gonna put it on my YouTube, just to let people know I'm trying to get back to it. And my new job is traveling, so I'm gonna take y'all with me when I go places. We're gonna talk different places. We're gonna travel. I've traveled a lot, and I really wish I would have did this, but it wasn't the time and the place. I couldn't do it, but I will post some of those videos where I was at stuff. I love y'all, man. I'm really excited to do this for everybody up here, especially my boy Jay, who was the one that really pushed me to get back into doing this. Let's go.